Hello and welcome to your new moon edition of the Vedic Lunar Scope for the new moon in Krittika Nakshatra, which is going to take place on the 15th of May. The exactitude of the new moon will be at approximately a quarter past noon UK time. Obviously, you can go online and look that up in your own particular time zone to find out when that will be in your area. So sometimes we have to face the truth. No matter how difficult the truth may be, no matter how much we might want something else other than the reality that is confronting us or the reality that is confronting you right now, sometimes you have to face the truth. As difficult as the truth may be to digest, you can't always sugarcoat it or dumb it down, because then it's not the truth. And if you don't acknowledge the truth of a situation, how can you constructively know how to approach that particular situation? So I'm saying this, and I think you can probably guess why, because likely about the time of the new moon, you're going to find yourself having to face the facts on a certain level. And most likely in a manner that you perhaps don't want to face the facts. And that may sound all really harsh, and you're ready right now to just go click and let's turn off that button and shut this idiot up, because he's just telling me all sorts of stuff that I don't want to hear. But let me tell you what you do want to hear, okay? Which is number one, you're doing all that you can. And you can take comfort in that, right? Number two, and not that number two, but I think you know what I mean. Not that type of two that begins with the s and ends with the ta. But, number two, things will eventually shift and things will eventually change. You just have to give it some time. Now, this difficult truth, which is beginning to surface, kind of has you in a position where you're questioning. Maybe because of this harsh reality that I'm facing, maybe I have not really chosen the right path. But look again, think again, feel again, right? Could you really be doing anything else other than what you're doing right now? And well, you probably could, but could you do anything else and at the same time feel as if you were in a position where you were able to live with yourself while you were doing something else, right? Okay. So if you couldn't live with yourself, if you did something else, then you don't need to do that something else, no matter how much you might be going, well, maybe that was the right choice, or maybe this was the right choice. No, you've got the course set. The destination is in sight. No matter how far away it may seem, it is there. You will eventually find yourself getting there. And in the meantime, what can you do? Well, you may find yourself in a position where you have to eat a little bit of humble pie. Does that necessarily need to be a bad thing? Well, only if you got a really big ego, right? If you've got a really big ego, then eating humble pie can be really difficult. You know what? I've got a really big ego. Eating humble pie isn't pleasant, right? It's not. It's not. And I know that, right? And you know that too, somewhere inside of yourself. But with a little bit of humility and a willingness to go, okay, I just have to wait this one out. I just have to deal with things as they surface. I just have to know that I'm doing the right thing. Things are set in motion. Things will eventually change. Things will eventually shift. As a matter of fact, they already are. It's just the problem is that you've got one foot on this side of the threshold that's ready to move forward, and the other part of you is still right back here, and you're going, you know what? I'm about damn ready to step through that threshold and to not be on the precipice anymore. But you know what? You may find yourself in a position that even though you're stepping, the situation's not really ready to budge yet. And that's something that you're just going to find yourself having to face the facts in association with. What this new moon is here to teach you on the most positive of levels is you are doing the right thing. So don't doubt. Don't doubt what feels right in here. Equally, this difficulty that you're facing, that harsh reality as it may be, there's also a good side to that. Because when you are willing to take a look from the deepest of levels, even at those things that you may not want to take a look at, that harsh reality that you're having to face is going to let you see things clearly. And from that space of clarity, then you can make those adjustments that help things along at a more accelerated pace. But that more accelerated pace doesn't mean, boom, it's all going to shift for you immediately. It's still going to take some time. But it's better that things still take some time when you know the right thing to do than things taking time when you're doing all the wrong things. Because when you're doing all the wrong things, things are just going to take longer. Okay? So as difficult as it may be, as difficult as it can be to digest, the truth is exactly and precisely what you need right now. And patience is what you need right now. And trust is what you need right now. Who do you need to trust? You need to trust yourself. You need to not lose sight of yourself. Sure, this is, maybe making you feel a little lower than you might like to feel, but it's all how you confront that. Go back to that big ego side of things that wants to go, well, I just want to block the truth out because I know best. You don't want to confront it that way. The way you do want to confront it is, you know what? Maybe I need to look at this. As much as I don't want to look at it, maybe I need to take the steps that are in alignment with what I'm seeing on my plate right in front of me that doesn't look so delectable. Maybe I need to take the steps with that in mind. And maybe that is exactly what I need to help things along a little more smoothly and a little more quickly. If you need a little bit of help with a difficult situation that you might be facing, just a reminder that I do offer several different levels of astrological service that are available through the astrological services link of my website. If you would like to schedule with me at that link, you can do so through following the link above in this video. That's going to do it for this new moon edition of your Vedic Lunar Scope that's going to take place on the 15th of May, 2018. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.